They don't know me at all.
They don't know you at all, which is why this is fun. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, this is Prakhar Pramod. He is one of my favorite comics to watch live. He is also one of the owners and partners of this lovely place called Happy High, which is a comedy club in Shaburjat. And he's on this show because I just really love him. And if you don't, that's your fucking problem.
Not because of my achievements in stand-up comedy.
Nothing to do with that. I just really like the guy. So yeah.
Yeah.
What would you
I
prefer?
am a likable guy.
Yeah, you are. Like if someone said, I love you more than your jokes, would that bother you or like make you?
It'd have to be only like a girl I'm dating.
Okay.
Then it's forgivable.
Really? But I do like you more than your jokes.
It hurts. It hurts. I wish you liked me less.
So, Prakhar, where were you born?
I was born in Bhagalpur in Bihar.
Okay.
And I think I moved to Delhi. I'm not sure of the exact thing, but I moved to Delhi when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
So KG to 12th I've done in Delhi.
Okay. Where do you call home?
Delhi.
Okay. Did you have a nuclear family upbringing or joint family?
Nuclear.
Okay. Were your parents strict or lenient?
They were overprotective and they still are.
Okay.
I'm 30 years old right now. If it's 5:30 right now, 5:30 p.m. If it's 1 a.m. and I'm still out there, they'll still be asking me who are you with, where are you? And it bothers me. Even still, it bothers me, even though I handle it much better than I did.
Strict or
So
lenient?
overprotective my
Fair.
parents were. They were not strict in any sort of way. They haven't hit me ever. But the first time that I got into a fight, that was very strange to me. Oh fuck, people do this to each other. Like they.
Oh.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
got beat up like a bunch of times before I ever tried to fight back. That's also.
Same. Not a pacifist and proud.
हाँ.
Pacifist and proud. What is your education background?
10th में I was like almost 70. 10th. 12th में commerce with maths में I was almost 60. And then of course you're not gonna get DU and all of this in this. So I in 11th only knew कि मैं 4th से तो पढ़ नहीं रहा. There's no chance that 4th was the first time I failed in maths. So in my family, that's the first time anyone has failed in anything. ठीक है? And then law entrances I chose. That's something about my parents I fought, but then in the end they were okay with that decision
To study law.
And then I gave entrances and luckily I passed.
What did you want to be when you were a child? Say between ages 9 and 13.
Basketball player, professional basketball player. I'm not even kidding.
What career path were you on before this?
Law.
Who was your first crush in real life?
There was this English teacher who taught us English. And she was very pretty. I'm sure that I was just enamored by how
Name?
pretty she
Do you
is.
remember her name?
No.
You don't? You genuinely don't remember
I
her name?
genuinely don't remember.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to salt you for this.
She told the whole class, if you ever want to pick up on English, you have to tell your parents. I'm sure your parents know English. That's her assumption. And she's like, you go home and you tell them to speak to me in English always. I actually did that because I liked her. And then now I can't speak Hindi properly.
Oh man. When you're on a video call, do you look at yourself or the person you're speaking to?
Fuck, that's a good question. Dude, a lot of it is looking at myself. In fact, I do that, to make myself bigger and them smaller. Right? I totally do that.
Okay, personal question. Why are you so fond of me?
What a fucker, man. Fuck you, you just want a list of compliments right now.
I know.
The most important reason is that you're not a bully, and amongst your batch and the few batches that came after you of comics, they were all egotistical and bullies. I like a major percentage.
Yeah.
And we all have egos, but they love to like show it also. बहुत कम लोग होते थे comedy में जब मैं भी जब शुरू किया था.
Fair enough, I get that. What is your favorite color?
Black.
Okay. Is there a color that annoys you or you hate?
None, man. None at all.
What's your favorite meal?
Eggs Benedict.
Oh, wow. I don't even know. Like, I have grown up rich of sorts, and I don't know what egg benedicts are. Like, what's the treatment for? It's like this weird fluffing of it, and the yolk is still solid in the middle or something like that, right?
It's like a sunny side up egg on top of a nice little different looking bun. It's an English pav.
Okay.
And on top of it is either salmon or bacon.
Okay.
And then there's a little bit of veggies, some tomato and this and that.
Okay. What food do you hate?
I was traumatized the first time I was given Karela. Because it was just like she cooked Karela, my mom, and then she just like fried it and gave it, and it was so bitter. Also, it's called bitter.
Bitter gourd.
Yeah. Why would you risk it with a child?
Because you need red blood cells, bro.
That's true. Yeah, it's green as hell. Yeah.
Favorite junk food?
Dal makhani, makhan, and butter chicken and butter naan.
Yeah.
That shit used to be like really tempting. That's total junk. It's total junk.
It's not a real meal. Have you ever farted out loud in public in front of people?
On purpose?
No. Not on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But never on purpose. I even have a joke like that.
Which is?
When the audience starts thinking, when I'm hosting and the audience starts becoming apprehensive, he might insult us. I let them know that I'm a very polite guy. I don't even fart when I'm alone. Because I'm like, समाज क्या सोचेगा?
What's your favorite drink?
It's a competition between cold coffee and like a glass full of ice and top till like the top with whiskey.
Till the top?
That's how I drink whiskey. I take a glass, I fill it entirely with ice, and I take the bottle and I just pour it till up there. So I drink like a little up top and then I leave it alone for like a little while.
But then by the end of it, it's a watery mess and that's what you drink.
I love that because it's like it's gone. The taste and everything and the amount that you have had, it's gone
by the time
after
you've
some
reached
time.
there.
Pretty much.
What drink do you hate?
You know that वो जो 24/7 में मिलता है एक drink जिसमें वो दाने होते हैं अंदर.
Bubble tea.
Bubble tea. I don't like that. I hate that.
Favorite holiday destination? Any specific memories from such holiday?
Himachal Pradesh would be my favorite, I think. Yeah, vacation spot.
And you've been abroad as well and all that sort of stuff as well.
I've been abroad, yeah. The first time I went abroad, I was very young. I was like 10 years old or something. I went to America.
Himachal beats Hawaii. Like I know you've been to Hawaii, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does for me, man. But Hawaii is freaking insane. Like if you get a chance to go there, it'll be like you will start working hard to go back there.
What is your favorite movie?
Inglorious Bastards is my favorite movie. And I liked the way that they showed the Nazis in Inglorious Bastards. They showed them as kind of ruthless, but very well-mannered and good bureaucrats, which is what the propaganda that I was reading was telling me.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
I have a lot of favorites. The Eric Andre show is my favorite TV show. Favorite.
What is?
Eric Andre is a stand-up comedian. You know Eric Andre?
Yeah, I've heard the name.
You should just check it out. The Eric Andre show. There are clips on YouTube, but if you're a real fan, you'll have to, do those things that real fans do.
What do you think is the most overrated or poor TV show?
In my first actual serious relationship, my girl used to love watching OC. And I started watching and I got into it. When I re-watched it after I had broken up and all, I just was like, what the fuck was I doing, man? Yeah.
Favorite book or comic strip? or comic book?
Asterix, Obelix, Calvin
Classic.
and Hobbes.
Oh my god, best.
No DC Marvel.
Favorite musician or band?
Mac Miller. Mac Miller was a rapper from America who died at the age of 26.
He's the one who did Thrift Store, right? No.
No, that's Mac Lemore.
Okay.
Mac Miller was another white guy from America, some Pittsburgh se tha wo.
Okay.
And I watched him, like basically all his albums till he died.
Okay.
And he's the only celeb that I've ever actually cried about when he died. I messaged his mom on Insta ki, thank you for creating that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still follow her.
Most overrated musician or band?
Fuck. Again, so tough, but I like a lot of the Bollywood ones are very overrated. I feel like they're just plagiarizing and.
Do you have a favorite song, or maybe even an album?
Oh fuck, you're gonna love me for this. Jesus by Kanye. Year Zero by 9 Inch Nails. My Twisted Dark Fantasy by Kanye. Every single album by Skin Shape. And these are all entire albums because
Okay.
I do the good stuff.
Is there a song that annoys you?
Wet ass pussy. Also, you're such a fucking like both. I just want both the genders on. WAP as well as you're such a fucking hoe. I love it. I hate those songs.
Okay. Who's your favorite male celebrity or famous person?
Conan O'Brien
Okay, I love Cole.
by far.
It's so funny.
Favorite, pretty much comedian also. Like initially there were others, but after some time it was like okay no. I know he's not doing stand up like for.
But
30,
whatever,
40
he's
years.
making
But he is funny
every
as hell.
day, funny every day.
Yeah.
Any male celebrity you love to hate?
Nah, there's no one I love to hate.
Female celebrity you love, or famous person you love?
Female.
Yeah.
The Me Too movement is over, right? Sarah Silverman.
Okay. What's that got to do with the Me Too movement though?
I was about to say all female comedians from India. All of you. I like all of you.
I think I know the answer to this one. Female celebrity you love to hate.
Someone comment the timestamp for this question.
What is your favorite word?
Bro.
Okay. What's your least favorite word?
Bro.
Both of them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just the context, right?
Yeah,
It's one of
bro,
those.
my favorite when I say it. Bro, least favorite when someone else says it. Sorry, I don't know. Trying to be funny here.
Is money meant to be saved or meant to be spent?
Spent and spent wisely.
Okay.
Not supposed to be saved.
All right. Do you sleep with your clothes on or off?
On. Even when I'm having sex. No. Just, I'm not having sex.
What do you do when you're happy?
So usually the happiest I am is after a good show. And then my ego is out of whack. So I have to just keep breathing and listening to rap music. So,
Okay.
so somehow that just keeps me happy.
Yeah,
that
like you
just
gotta-
keeps me in that zone.
Bring the chill back in.
And I try to meditate a bit also to keep the ego in check. But rap music is very egotistical, but it's clever and it's for a reason. So I'm listening to that kind of stuff when I'm happy, like I've killed a show and I'm listening to that. And I'll just breathe and I'll just like do this alone. Sumit Anand actually says this about me कि Prakhar is the only guy I imagine कि घर पे अकेले ऐसे कर रहा होगा कभी, and I'd be right. So he would be right. I do that at my happiest.
What do you do when you're sad or angry?
Fuck man, I fuck up. I don't just stay quiet and shit and let things go. I just like I emote.
Speak your mind. Blow up.
Yeah, get more angry.
Yes.
Spiral out. of control.
Okay,
And then,
cool.
but I've never done anything so devastating that it's traumatized me or something when I'm sad. I'm good.
Do you leave zits alone or do you pop them?
I scratch them.
You scratch them? You don't pop, you scratch.
Yeah. I scratch them. Yeah, I don't pop. That feels a little painful, so I don't do that.
Scratches, dude, but it's way more satisfying.
This girl I like in college, she used to play like a game on her touchscreen phone, which was a zit popping game. I'm not even kidding. Like she used to just do that all day.
Okay. Last person you stalked on Instagram.
Shit.
You got it? Oh.
The Me Too movement is over, right?
I don't think checking someone's Instagram.
I'm not gonna.
No, I don't think it's Me Too worthy, but fine.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you break
मैं तो अपनी शादी के लिए देख रहा था उसे.
How do you break the ice with someone?
Just be myself. I'm not socially anxious that much.
I've seen. You're one of the few comedians I can take to a Muggle scene.
Right. And we have.
Yes.
And we have partied way too much.
Yeah. Alright. Can people trust you with their secrets?
Yeah.
And do you trust people with your secrets?
No.
Nope.
No.
No one.
No.
No. Okay. Most embarrassing thing you've said or done on a date?
So one time this girl, she said, what's the kinkiest things you have done, we were discussing. And I said something. She said I like getting chocolate eaten off of me. And I said, oh, that's awesome, let's try that. Then she's like, "Theek hai, come over." And I came over to her place with like dairy milk and ye sab. And she just started laughing and I didn't even get it. Till she explained कि dude melted chocolate लाना होता है ना मतलब meltable and I was there with chocolate and laughing my ass off because she's laughing now and she's explaining कि इसको melt कैसे करेगा what like you just like it's a true story.
What are 3 things you like about yourself?
I'm funny. I like that. I like my voice, contrary to popular opinion.
It's very unique.
हाँ no, but most people would wonder कि इसको क्यों पसंद है, इसका क्या है, ये दूसरों को लगता है कि क्यों. And I like the way I've behaved with women in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
What 3 things do you dislike about yourself?
And I have a bad routine, and it's cyclically bad. Like sometimes it's really good, and I'll be working really hard, and then it'll be like a whole month of bad routine while working hard, and it's very taxing. Yeah, I hit my dog once when she was very young. I still hate myself for that. She loved me within 10 minutes of hitting her. So it was like ekdam hi soul crushing.
I remember once I was playing with my dog and we were like wrestling and I really get to get in there. But one day I was just pushing him back and he was jumping on and once I pushed him back too much, he went poof, on the back of his head and he stopped playing immediately. And even I was like, both of us knew we fucked up. Like, and he was like, bro, and he got up and looked at me like, bro. Like that image of his ears down and everything still like
एक तो देसी dog you had and so do I and they are very expressive. It just seems like they're very expressive.
Yep. Okay. If you could spend the day with one person alive, who would it be?
Conan.
If you could spend the day with one person dead, who would it be?
Can I change the first one?
Sure. If you could spend the day with one person alive, who would it be?
Nikki Glazer.
Okay.
And then the second question?
Yes. Who? If you could spend the day with one person dead, who would it be?
Mac Miller.
What's your biggest what if in life?
What if I listened to my mum dad who was stopping me from going to that NDCC open mic competition back in 2015 which 32 comics participated, and the prize was the top 4 would get a show of their own. So they said, don't go there because your exams are nearby. And that was the first time in my life I was just calm. I wasn't even like bitter about them not wanting me to go. I was just like, maths ja raha hu. Bye bye. Yeah, I went and I won it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, luckily I won it also. Yeah.
Nice. What is the bravest thing you've ever done?
First, though, it was stand-up comedy. But more recently, how I dealt with my father's bad health recently. Yeah. Yeah. He was in a lot of trouble and I didn't break down. I tried my best.
That's dope. That's scary. You know, the thing is about those situations is like, I always have anxiety about like I'll give you an example. I always used to have anxiety about my dog dying. And one day we had to put it to sleep. And in midst of that, I'm like, you're living one of your worst fears right now.
Yeah.
And you seem all right.
Yeah.
Like, it's... It's kind of crazy. What advice would you give to 14-year-old you?
Stop getting influenced by your friends. That's all. Stop getting influenced by people who are not worth it.
Okay. And
14-year-old.
Yeah. And advice to 21-year-old you?
Dude, start hydrating more, drinking less, smoking less, because you're about to have sex. Like a few times in those next few years. Like, please don't be dehydrated this time around.
What's the best advice you've been given or heard?
In comedy, I'll tell you. Initially, in the first few open mics that I did, I was getting laughs. Like, I was doing okay, and I even was doing this thing of answering hecklers and stuff. So everybody, like the comedy circuit, was like, he can do it. They would give me spots. But what I didn't realize was every time they wouldn't laugh, I would address the bombing of that joke by saying, get an education, or you guys didn't get it. You know,
read a newspaper. Yes.
Read a book. And I would do like homophobic, sexist jokes, which I don't know are homophobic, sexist in 1 month of comedy. So one time, luckily very soon, like 4th, 5th open mic, I did the same thing. I bombed, I did the same addresses. Right outside, Zakir Khan and Maheep Singh were waiting for me. And Zakir was like kind of Maheep ke shoulder pe aise, and he's like, idhar. And I just went, and Maheep sir started saying, ki, tu kaun hai? He's like, tu kya samajhta hai apne aap? And I was like not sure of what's going on. I said, I don't know what you're saying. So Zakir is like, ye jo andar log baithe hain, was a open mic somewhere in Shahpur Chat. He's like, this is the most progressive kind of people over here. They are hard-working, independent, they live alone, they are much more educated than you. You're just like a bachelor's degree, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah. So whatever you're saying, all of those things, get an education, it's really, really insulting. And you sound like a prick. And I said, Zakir Khan and Maheep Singh said that. And I was like immediately like, oh shit, I didn't think that.
Yeah, sometimes you don't see it because you're up there.
I thought that they'll just be with me throughout because I'm trying to give you a good time. Right? But that's not. Anyway, that's what them do.
Okay. That
was the best advice I've been given in stand-up. Don't think too much of yourself.
When you're on stage. Otherwise.
Hey, listen. I take all advice.
Yeah, fair enough. What's the worst advice you've been given or heard?
I don't know how to exactly answer, but I'd like to do it this way. Now, a trend has begun, which is when a newer comic comes into the circuit, they try to run venues. When they do it to do stage time.
Yes.
And I hate that.
It's, yeah.
You should not run a venue for stage time. You should try to ask for stage time to do stage time. And if you're an organizer, you should focus and give it respect. Stage time, but
Yeah, it's a bit of a pandemic in comedy right now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nobody's giving me spots. Let me go ruin someone else's restaurant.
Right. And just ruin ticket sales in the industry and do it for free. It's
Yeah, it's horrible. Is there anything you recommend everyone should do?
read more Ambedkar. Every Indian should read Ambedkar.
I'm definitely going to do that. You're not the first person to tell me this. Okay. What would you like to give a shout out to?
MC Stan. Do you know MC Stan? MC Stan is one of the most popular rappers in India who got bullied a lot.
Okay.
And he has not only moved beyond the bullying, he's very successful. And he's one of the most unique sounding rappers I have from the rap industry. I know from the rap industry. And I love him. I love that you did that you replied to those guys.
What is something that you'd like to pimp out?
Yeah, I'm part owner of this club. We are 3 partners. It's Happy High Comedy Club. We're in Shahpur Jat, Delhi.
Shahpur Tart.
We are in Shahpur Jat, Delhi, and this is the best place in Delhi. Fuck that. Just come to Happy High. It's a very good place, and I'm a nice person.
That Prakhar is, and Happy Eye is also an amazing place. And that's it. That's for SlapBook. I mean, I hope you had a good time answering these questions.
Once.
Once. What was it for? I don't even remember.
No, but I still answered that. I think it was female. No, someone you have stalked on Insta.
Yeah.
And the answer that came up in my mind, I was like, let's not say that.
Alrighty then. Well, that was Prakhar Pramod on SlapBook. I don't know how to end the show. I didn't know how to start it. So thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe.